President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of America. I'm excited to invite you to a very special event, the Boys and Girls Club of North Mississippi's annual Dance Like the Stars Gala. It's a great time and a great event, and I can speak from experience. Several years ago, I was one of the participants, so I know you're going to enjoy this. It's happening on Saturday, July 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Cadence Bank Arena. Visit www.bgcnms.org to get your tickets, and we'll see you at Dance Like the Stars.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
Thank you for joining us here at Mississippi Live Weather at 5. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor. What a great day it's been. It's been hot, but at least it's been dry. Plenty of blue skies, plenty of sunshine. It's just been a day, honestly, for the books. We'll see absolutely great conditions heading into the next couple of days. Will we see more rain? Yes, heading into especially the latter part of our work week, but at least for the next couple of days, those chances are very, very limited and very dependent on what's going on in the Gulf. Actually, I'm realizing these were the headlines from yesterday, so we need to rewrite these for 6. But walking you through what we will be discussing is rain chances. We're also going to be tracking the heat and also going to be looking at how that tropical disturbance impacts our forecast going forward. So don't be paying attention to this. I apologize. I'll get that updated here in the next hour. But taking a look outside, this is what we can definitely be paying attention to. It's those blue skies. You've been getting hints of that on our Kosciuszko camera there. Big thank you to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for allowing us to use that camera. 91 degrees with feels like values in the triple digits. Now that's just a sign of more heat to come in the next couple of days. Heat advisory is currently in effect, but we'll get into that in just a few moments. Crenshaw coming in with those same values, 91 feeling like 100. You see some of those puffy cumulus clouds, but nothing reaching the surface in regards to rainfall. Yes, they're getting a little bit dark, and so that does show moisture's building, but overall, we're not expecting any more rain chances, at least not widespread rain chances over the next couple of hours. So your Tuesday, staying with those dry conditions, and we're not seeing that change anytime soon. Looking out of our Mississippi Live Weather radar there in Monroe County, not anything on radar as of this point. A lot of that has been just clear skies across the region. We're just going to cycle that over the last couple of hours. You might see a few storms try to develop there at Tallow County over in Calhoun County, but overall those have stayed far below anything significant, and more than likely a lot of those staying elevated. I want to zoom in on these down and around Winston and Choctaw County. These are going to be your main threats for the night, and these are very light showers. Ask anyone in Ware, McCool, over there towards Macedonia, not anything significant. But just zooming things out, I do want to go over to the Memphis radar because that's where we're seeing a little bit more impactful rainfall. And that might impact a few of us as we head into our forecast overnight. So going to push that over just a bit towards Arkansas. You can see that's where the main threat is for showers and storms to develop. So could a few of these go into Tunica, Tate, and DeSoto County? Yes, definitely possible, especially if that outflow builds a little bit more to the south. But overall, North Mississippi staying dry into the rest of our evening, and not just dry, but clear as well. Looking at those heat advisories that are currently in effect, you can see all across North Mississippi, they are in effect until Wednesday at 9 p.m. Now, don't pay attention to that so much because we could see a few of these extended to Thursday, as well as there's very little temperature differential from the 2 days, but just a sign of what's to come. All of North Mississippi encapsulated in that, even Northwest Alabama included in those alerts as well. It's going to be hot, it's going to be muggy, and it's going to feel miserable. It's important we stay prepared. Looking at the next 12, we are tracking that forecast. Just, again, going to be on the drier side. We have 10% coverage for those brief isolated showers that are possible, but overnight tonight, staying dry and calm, nothing to worry about, no rumbles of thunder or rainfall, and even towards tomorrow morning, still staying on the drier side with sunshine back in the forecast yet again. That sunshine, it's a great thing, but it does warm us up nicely. Looking down south, that's what everyone's paying attention to here over the next 24 to 48 hours. That continuing to circulate over the Florida Peninsula. What's happening, though, it's weakening right now. Whenever it moves over land, it's a high shear environment, which basically the winds can't organize as much as that continues to move in that westward direction. So right now, not nearly its peak strength, but once it enters the Gulf, there is a primed atmosphere with hot, moist conditions, as well as little dry air to interact with it. So it's just going to continue to build and build and build. Now, how long it sticks in the Gulf for will be key to its development over the next 24 to 48 hours. And where it makes landfall, a lot of models having it right around this cusp right here, talking about New Orleans over towards Biloxi, Mobile. Watching that, if it were to move more in that coastal region that we just mentioned, then we'll see some of those rain chances really pick up for our Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. High pressure shifting out, low pressure moving in. So that's what we're watching, a very key part of our forecast moving forward. So we're keeping eyes on that here at Mississippi Live Weather. I want to show Futurecast over the next couple of hours, but I'm going to keep it primarily up here in North Mississippi to show you those dry conditions in place. Tuesday night staying dry, and overnight into our Wednesday morning, continuing those dry conditions. You can see where the bulk of the moisture remains back there towards Invest 93L. That's what that low pressure system is called. And that's where we expect it to remain. Even into Wednesday morning, you can see how that moves into the Gulf. And honestly, looking at these, just a lot of these storms starting to flare up just a bit more, showing the strengthening process that's happening, but still not reaching all the way north into North Mississippi. So continuing those dry conditions, even for the start of our Wednesday. By mid to late morning, still seeing those dry conditions stick around. So overall, tomorrow, it should be a great day all the way around with plenty of sunshine and dry air, but heading into the forecast beyond that point, that's where we need to be watching, and we'll, of course, track that out here in a couple moments, here in the next 60, of what to expect heat-wise, what to expect rainfall-wise, and answering all those questions that you're wondering as you head into the rest of the work week. So make sure to keep it here at Mississippi Live Weather here in the next 60. We have a lot to discuss, and we'll break it down for you coming up shortly.
We're not just roofers, we're licensed contractors. Local, trusted, backed by hundreds of five-star reviews from your neighbors. We don't cut corners, only complete systems with premium warranties. And we keep you informed every step of the way. We're detailed, thorough, and clean. And we make it affordable, with financing available as low as 0% and same as cash plans. We're not just roofing houses, we're earning trust one neighbor at a time. Call Absolute Restoration.
For more than 100 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them. At First Choice, you're our priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
As a nurse, I've seen a lot of people with sleep deprivation. It affects their job, their home life. At Room to Room, we want to take the guesswork out of buying a mattress, and that's why we brought in this technology. It shows you what you need. We want to do the assessment and find exactly what's perfect for you.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, thank you for keeping it here at Mississippi Live Weather at 5. Let's just walk through the hot forecast that we're experiencing right now. Temperatures mid-90s still as we're entering that 5 o'clock hour. What time is it now? 5:07. So 94 Houston, 95 Tupelo, Amory, even down there towards Columbus. And when we factor in the heat indices, just buckle up for what you're about to see. Yeah, a horrible sight for a lot of locations. We're talking 105 down around the Golden Triangle, especially out there towards Pickens and Lamar County in Alabama. So a toasty one, especially for a lot of locations down in the Golden Triangle and even out in the Mississippi Delta, especially out there towards DeSoto, Tunica, and Tate County. Really seeing 105 Senatobia, 106 South Haven, 113 over and around Tunica. So it is a hot and muggy forecast. And those heat advisories, they were not in effect until earlier this afternoon. So the fact that they went in effect this late shows you that we don't need to be paying attention to the alerts. We need to be paying attention to the fact that it is going to be hot and it is going to be muggy every single day, and preparing well in advance, whether there's an alert or not. Alerts just kind of help us visualize what we're experiencing. And honestly, the reason why we're seeing those advisories more in effect today and for tomorrow is because the temperature change is pretty drastic. A 5-6 degree temperature change over the last 24 hours. Of course, a lot of locations saw that rain-cooled air, but overall it was not too much of a high rain impact forecast. So this is just raw temperatures that are being seeing the incline over the last 24 hours. A hot forecast in place. Only gets hotter into your Wednesday, so buckle up. Day planner overnight shows those isolated chances of rainfall. I mean, we're talking very isolated, especially compared to yesterday with a few clouds up in the sky, but keeping the clear conditions overnight. as that dry weather just continues to circulate into North Mississippi. Tuesday evening, basically this is the extent of the moisture that we'll see. Those isolated showers still possible, but this is a bit of a stretch, especially with how dry the air is today. Just going to be an uphill battle for a lot of these showers and storms to develop. So keeping those dry conditions around. We were talking about some of those showers out there in Arkansas that could move a little bit more south and trickle into the far northwest portion of our viewing area. Clarksdale, Senatobia, South Haven, really watching those areas for some potential rainfall overnight. So 9-10 p.m. as that line just fizzles on out. Further into the night, we'll keep those dry conditions in place. So yes, if they cross the Mississippi River into Clarksdale or South Haven, not going to make it too long, dissipating out pretty quickly, and those dry conditions in place overnight and into the start of our Wednesday as well. So your morning commute Wednesday going to be absolutely beautiful. No fog expected in the forecast, and just really going to be temperatures is the story for our Wednesday. Mid-70s across the region, so that's a few degrees up from where we typically be at. A sign of things to come for the afternoon as temperatures really start to climb. So let's continue Futurecast there into the afternoon as well. This is pretty much the extent of our moistures coming with these isolated clouds. So the mostly sunny skies still sticking around. It's going to be a picture-perfect forecast if you're inside in the air conditioning, not experiencing the sweltering heat happening outside. Continuing that forecast into the early afternoon, yes, you might see some of that cloud cover build, but really what we're seeing here is that moisture build. And that moisture is an added element to the heat that makes that mugginess feel even more sticky outside and makes those heat indices climb just a bit more. We do see some isolated showers possible, but it's still just an uphill battle tomorrow, and we're going to see a similar coverage to what we saw today. So not going to see widespread coverage, maybe just a few isolated showers that pop up and dissipate just as quickly as they popped up. So into the evening, still showing a few of those chances remaining. It's that mid to late afternoon time frame that we're really watching for, but that's typical this time of year. Just have an umbrella in the back seat. You'll be ready for anything. Temperatures though. This is what I'm personally not ready for. It's just insane. Temperatures have climbed this much. 96 Amory, Tupelo, that's going to be the lower end of the spectrum because we see 97 Columbus and Starkville, 98 Grenada and Greenwood, 99 Greenville. Yesterday that was showing up as 98, and we were talking about potential triple digits. I would not be surprised to see a few isolated locations out there in the Mississippi Delta reach that triple digit threshold just because of how hot it's going to be tomorrow. And hopefully some of that rain-cooled air kicks in and we don't get to that point, but this is what we're preparing for if it is that drier air that's in place. Heat indices still in the triple digits. This graphic just gets me every time because see 110, 111, that's just not a sight we want. And it shows that we're trending more towards excessive heat warnings in some locations. That's around 115, and we're closer to that in some locations than we are heat advisories. So heat advisories in place tomorrow. Reason why is because of what you're seeing right there. That does expire Wednesday evening, but even heading into Thursday, temperatures continue to climb, so would not be surprised to see if that continues into our Thursday for some specific locations. Into the rest of our Wednesday night, we will see those drier conditions continue to dominate our forecast, and into the overnight hours, we won't even hear a rumble of thunder. We won't even hear a drop of rainfall. As we head it further into our Thursday morning, a few isolated showers are possible, but overall, keeping with those dry conditions, cloud cover does start to build. And you notice like this is a lot of moisture compared to what we were seeing even yesterday on our models. Reason why is because that low that we were tracking earlier, that Invest 93L, potentially Tropical Storm Dexter, if it reaches that point, still a ways from that, but that, once it moves into the Mississippi coast, moves in a lot of moisture. So Thursday's rain chances are starting to climb just a bit more from what we were seeing even 24 hours ago. And that's what we were talking about yesterday, that where that low goes will dictate just how much rainfall we'll see. And so we need to be prepared Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to have that rain gear ready and probably even see a few gusty winds as well from the rain bands that kick in from that low pressure center out there in the Gulf. So high temperatures, if it were to remain a bit on the drier side, we're talking about 95, 96, 97, which is just a degree or two cooler than what we'll get Wednesday, and Wednesday has heat advisory. So again, that's why I'm not going to be surprised if we see heat advisories extended into Thursday as well. Heat indices still talking about 110 in some specific spots there in Clarksdale, 101 Oxford, 104 New Albany, everywhere across North Mississippi in the triple digits. It's going to be toasty, it's going to be muggy, especially over the next 48 hours. Heat advisories, this is what I was talking about earlier with those in place until 9 p.m. on your Wednesday. See it on the top right part of your screen. Let's just go ahead and prepare that it's going to be extended to Thursday. Let's treat it like it is and stay hydrated and stay cool and stay in that air conditioner as long as we can. High temperatures, there is some relief heading into the future forecast with Saturday and Sunday. Increased rain chances will bring cooler temperatures, so that is something we can look forward to. But those heat indices, we're talking about surpassing 110 by Wednesday, Thursday in some specific spots. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just dialing back just a bit. But July kicks in yet again and we'll climb heading into early parts of next week. So that rain Makes you appreciate it a little bit more, right? I mean, the fact that it cools us down, seeing what the temperatures will be at once that drier air kicks in, makes us want those rain chances back. So we will see those kick in. Really, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the time frame we're watching, and then early parts of next week, seeing the drier trend kick back in place and temperatures build in as a result. So coming up tonight at 6 at Mississippi Live Weather, we're going to be walking through the forecast for our tropical development and really what we'll see with that invest, if it will reach a tropical depression, if it will reach a tropical storm, and what it's all dictated on. We'll walk through that in a little bit more detail and how it'll impact us here in North Mississippi. So stay with us here in the next 45 minutes, and we'll see you back here on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 5. I want to make sure, Caleb, do we have anything else that they're wondering?
Questions right now?
Perfect. Well, if you do have any questions tonight at 6, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll have a bit of an extended time frame that we can walk through a few of those questions and hopefully answer any questions that you have about that extended forecast or just questions about the weather in general. Mississippi has every reason to have all the questions in your head. So go ahead and ask them. Submit your weather pictures on the Mississippi Live Weather app, just letting us know what's happening in your area. You're part of our team, and we want to be here for the community. So we'll see you tonight at 6. Thank you for joining us tonight at 5. And for that app, there you go. There's where you can download it, iOS and Android. Scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you right to that download. And you can download it today, submit pictures, see the forecast, see live radar, everything you need right in the palm of your hand. It went through your phone. So thank you again for joining us tonight at 5. We'll see you tonight at 6.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.